It's okay.
You should make a new voice channel called like this.
Katie's Katie's
ZZZ.
bed. It's okay. She's tired. But other than that, yeah, I think we're all here.
Katie, can you hear me?
Katie snapped. I think that's a
Well,
voice. That's a voice chat.
yeah.
That's a text channel.
Messed it up.
You could just disconnect her.
I
I
could,
was about to
but I
type
wanted
in
to
it.
do the meme.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
for the meme? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright. So they leave and you are all back here on your own. Sort of grouped and gathered around in this
So-
precarious situation.
So what's the plan? I didn't exactly hear all that conversation.
Well, before we start discussing plans, here's what we learned. And then he'll describe everything
Yeah,
about
just-
the creature in the church and how that's the source of the whole situation and how she controls the mother and father directly, like Mother Xavier and Mother Lorelei.
Lorelei.
Is that right? Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a question on. So, it's not a matter necessarily we have to eliminate mother and father at the same time. It's just that we have to eliminate mother and father and then immediately get to the Lady of Rebirth. Oh.
It's best
hey.
if they're eliminated in. Oh, hey.
You're muted, but we're happy you're awake.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What's up?
You enjoy your nap?
Listen.
No judgment. No judgment.
Genuinely.
No judgment
Yeah.
on tired people, or else we're all getting judged by each other.
I had a long
What
fucking day too. I want to knock out. So basically.
What is this? What is this ancient ritual? Fucking Jackie Chan adventure all of a sudden up in here with the fucking talismans.
What the fuck did I watch as a kid?
What? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. So you're in this thought circle right here.
Who has a talking stick?
Are we all?
Are we all
holding hands?
sitting? Oh,
We're sing Kumbaya.
We did a huddle. That's
it really is a perfect.
Yeah, it's like an exact number, yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
works
these
out for
squares
3
make a
by 3 by
circle.
3.
Yeah. It's very satisfying to look at, actually. So yeah, so it's not a matter of eliminating the mother and father at the same time, it's just eliminating them but you can't get to the lady until they're eliminated.
Engaging them. Well, engaging the mother while eliminating them.
Engage the mother or the lady?
Sorry, the lady.
Okay.
If you engage the lady while without them, then there's a lot of power disbalances. If you engage them without engaging her, then she's able to either rebirth them or funnel more power into them.
I see. Okay.
So ideally, you have to engage both of them at the same time, at least as far as Roastery says.
Sounds like a doable enough task. Not like we haven't done a mission like that already.
Exactly. The only thing is we would need to. What am I trying to say here? We would need to keep the loss of life at a. There's no point in freeing all these people's minds. Half of them end up dead because of it.
You hear Castor poke up. I agree. We have to save as many of them as we can.
I'm just gonna glaze my eyes to look at Briggy to see her take on the situation, being the, in Carolyn's words, quote, cold-hearted bitch, unquote, among us. What's Briggy's take on all of this?
What do you think the odds that all of us get to the top of that mountain without many of us dying from cold?
I think we can go.
I like Halbjorn and my chances, but I can't account for everyone.
That's fair.
Probably lose Erica first, and many others would fall after. I think it's fair to say that there might have been foreknowledge of this situation that we were put here to discover, and that getting to the top of that mountain might not have been the goal at the end of the day. And this might not be just a test of relighting a lantern. The test might be our moral compass, and if we're willing to do what we have to.
Insight check. How much of that does she believe? That
Yeah, roll it up. Y'all are doing so good on this.
average, baby. Woo!
She's not really hard to read.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think at this sudden change in tune, I'll be more roll as well.
It's
She betrays.
It's an analytic thing. She said y'all were given discernment. She mentioned that there are tests that aren't being said. She believes that this might be the test that's not being said.
We would need 3 teams, right?
I propose these teams.
Oh man, I wonder how this list came about.
I wonder how, yeah.
That's crazy.
Are you going to propose the teams, Lucian?
Oh,
he's writing them out in the snow right now with a stick.
I am writing them out.
Oh, I see.
He's just like.
There we go. Everyone that has a star in front of them, you are with them. Everyone that has circle and then, square. I am team star, but I'm for this team circle, and then Bregi is team square.
Nah, I don't like this plan. Boy goes over and erases it and puts a star next to his name and a circle next to yours. Yeah, much better plan.
I think the teams are good, but the shapes are dumb. Lucian.
It's just an indicator of who's with who. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not going to write out Team Pegasus or any other bullshit.
You hear Martin click up. I mean, he is right. The shapes are kind of like whack.
How do we get anything done?
I assume, Lucian, you intend for one team to mother, father, one team,
Yes.
lady.
Yes, that is what. Yep, I'm proposing.
Then mother team, father team, lady team.
Okay, fine.
Where there's no
Mother
confusion.
Team, yeah, mother team, father team, lady team.
That's a much better solution. Rather. Father team, dibs on father team. Yeah,
Yeah,
going on father team too. Yeah, put me on father team.
This is so.
Let's put Lucian on lady team. I think we all thinking that.
So who's actually going to be going after who? I'm assuming by the claymore that he had, the father ain't no pushover, and I'm assuming the mother probably has some skills of her own. So who's going after who?
Indeed. There's no telling what either of them are capable of, especially if this Lady of Rebirth is controlling. No doubt it lends them some of that power,
Also,
some of its power.
where is the Lady of Rebirth exactly?
In the
You like that?
I like that. I like the name change. I like that.
Thank you.
Rosemary had said it. She was in the altar. Right? Would that be in the church? Did she say
The cathedral, yes.
cathedral?
Okay.
Right. Okay. She said it was behind the curtain.
Inside the shrine.
Yeah, inside the cathedral.
We could just burn the cathedral down.
That,
We can get people out of there and just burn the damn thing down unless there's some sort of underground way out of it.
maybe. Well, like they said, it can't move on its own. So
She
I mean,
did
that's
say
not a bad
it's
idea.
stationary.
That could be a last resort. But fighting it head on might be the best way to not piss off everyone else.
So the mother and the lady are both at the church. Do we know where the father is?
We don't know where the father is.
We don't need to.
Oh,
You just hear Doran pop up. This is a great plan, but we don't need to. No. Because we have the source of information. Well, it's good to have a tentative plan, and I think we've all agreed that we're in to do this. It's likely Rosemary will know. And we can better formulate a plan from there.
It's very true.
the two of them did express
Oh god.
a desire to hear our decision before we act. So I
Yeah.
suppose we'll meet them at the buildings. At Rosemary's house.
Or her old house, whichever.
What about Rosemary? She is darkened.
And for the moment, it certainly seems as though she has a wits. But we are the Black Watch.
You see Castor sort of cross his arms at that. Several of us have already been darkened.
I
Doesn't
agree.
mean it's a death sentence.
We can try to bring her back after.
That's very true. Do we still though have to
Uh,
bring her to the top with us? Is that, or do we just?
Let's see the state in which they're all at after we're done with this before we make that plan, huh?
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Gaster, how long were you darkened before they cleansed you?
He just looks back at the town, then back to you. Over a year.
Oh.
I assume your cleansing was quite rigorous then. I wonder if
Yeah.
she would be up for it.
I think it's best we leave that decision in her hands instead of taking it into ours.
The last time she turned away one of those offers, her sister died. I think she'll take it.
Let's not assume. Doran, when you looked at the blade, did it seem recently darkened, or was it just?
He just shakes his head. That's been like that for a long time.
So, do you think that's the reason why she is what she is?
He like sort of nods as like he begins to hypothesize. It's certainly possible. I've heard of these things happening. Relic hunters gathering certain equipment that changes them over time. That might be the reason.
Do you think if we removed the blade from her, it would maybe slow her darkened state, just to give us a bit more time before, if we want to save her, you know? Or would that matter at all?
I would not recommend it. It might make her erratic or deluded.
That's fair. Okay.
Is that darkened power stemming from the later rebirth?
That's hard to say without getting some sort of gauge on what she is. Though her words lead me to think not, as this is a direct power, an offensive one. rather than something that is reconstitutive.
I'm just worried about her mental state. I don't know. Her words might be her own, but it might be heightened by the darkened blade. Maybe the darkness inside her has a motive or something like that. Is that possible?
I mean, you would all know at this point that that's possible. It's certainly possible. But a lot of people do exist in a state of darkness. So while it's possible, it's hard to say. What
Um,
Dora said though is removing that from her would probably make it worse rapidly.
That's
Hmm.
fair.
I was concerned she was baiting us into splitting up.
I agree.
There's no guarantee she's not.
It's not an unfounded thing to worry about.
All options should be on the table for consideration.
If if Rosemi or Channing would want to try fight alongside us, would we let them?
I'm not sure there's much they could change.
Channing was decently capable, but I don't know if I feel good about that.
He was a boy and he's scared for his life. Not a warrior.
And we can't trust her.
Nor do we know what she's capable of either. They'd be safer away from the fighting.
And we'd be safer if they were away from us. Okay.
And this the scenario that if they see them assisting us, they'll target them first.
Then they need to be far, far away.
And besides, they haven't had our training. They're not nearly as cohesive.
We could.
Can't-
Sorry.
Cohesive is a strong term.
Well, we aren't tripping over each other.
True.
We could have them come wait here. Well, after we speak to them, while we do this.
Wait here. Halbjorn repeats. And he looks over at. Rosemary had looked over at this tree before, right?
Right, the tree with there's this small grave.
He'll walk over to that.
I only run every
Con?
Yeah, as you head over, you see there's a tree that is obviously in the early onset of winter has lost all of its leaves, and many of the other forestry is sort of in disrepair, though not in any sort of uh, decay as it's been frozen over. However, there is a small little gravestone here um, that you can see isn't it hasn't been too long since placed.
Does it read anything, or is it just a mundane gravestone?
It says June on it.
June. That's it? Just a single name?
Correct. Just June.
Gotcha. Then you return to the group. He doesn't comment on the gravestone at all. I just want to know what it said, if anything.
So, with a plan in mind, if in action. We'll wait for them to be done with Lorelai's sermon, and I'd like to know if Rosemary has any this process to make their own father. I'm curious if there's a way to break the creature's hold on them without killing them.
I have a question.
For whom?
What if they don't come back?
He shrugs.
Then
we
we
break
go with our
contact?
plan.
Remove ourselves from town. Come up with a new plan from there. If they don't come back, it means we're being led into an ambush. And it's best we fight on our ground, outside, where at least they might have to fight with other night creatures.
I see your logic.
We can avoid them far better than they can. So if they want to come, they'll walk themselves into the jaws of night.
He crosses his arms and he says,
Are you so certain they would have to fight the creatures?
She just looks blankly. Not anymore, I'm not, no.
It's still a good plan. And we don't know that they're not coming back.
Let us hope they do. Roll our 6.
Takes out all the maps and marks a rendezvous spot in case you get scattered and need to meet up.
Or I'll take out his copy of the map and mark the same spot.
Everyone remember it, just in case.
Understood.
So, what do you do?
I guess we're going to.
Yeah, we meet with them, right?
Yep. I guess we go to Rosemary's house.
Can
Gotcha.
Erica identify what the plants are that? Because there are very few types of plants growing right now, right? Can she identify the one?
Easy.
Hmm?
It's a fern.
Just a fern. Nothing
Yep, it's
evil fern.
Never
heard-
gasp like that again in my server.
I heard
Okay.
Malik gasp.
Not a fur.
I mean, actually, she could probably tell you why.
Why it's a fern?
Why specifically a fern? They actually are very useful for decontaminating air.
Hmm.
Really?
They
Huh.
actually remove a lot of pollutants from the air.
And
As such, a coal town might have a lot of use of them. Other than
It's
that,
also-
they grow in the snow.
it's also why you see ferns a lot in like office environments because they're very toxic.
That explains my workplace so well.
Look at us all crammed into this tiny.
I mean,
ass
yeah, we
house.
have 1 building
Yeah,
to
you-
share,
You
so
cram into the super small house after the sermon is completed.
we're like sardines.
You see, as you pass by, a really large man outside working a forge. And as you go in, Rex just sort of sits at the entrance and stares at him.
And then he pushes him into the fire.
Just out of curiosity. Bigger than Holbeer?
Bigger? No, you're like 7 foot something.
Almost.
Probably wider. Like he's probably like 6'5" and a solid 280. A big forging man with a big old burnt face.
I'll keep him like that. If I put my token like so, looks like I'm piloting him like a... Nah.
Can you please push your chair in?
Who is that? Poet? Boye?
Wait.
Nah. He kicks his feet up on the table. Can't be kicking my feet up, but my table's all in. You're just gonna have to squeeze in.
I'm gonna set the table on fire.
All I'm saying, little brother, is if you wanted more room, you should have got in quicker.
Option.
I love Poe so much.
Poye, I
He's-
didn't realize this was your house.
He just looks at you
Poe don't care.
and then slowly pans back to doing what he was doing before.
It's like a dog caught with a treat.
Okay, watch your step. Ow! That's my foot.
As you sort of all come back in, you see Rosemary just she like I guess like composes herself. Have you made your decision?
Almost. We have some questions. And we would like your input.
I will do whatever I can to help.
There's something I wanted to ask. Did not want to cause you any undue stress. But I'm sure you understand now that we may have to risk as much for the sake of the village.
He waits to see if she agrees.
I do.
Your sister, she did not survive the process of becoming the village's mother.
She like bite down on her lip a little. She did not.
My question is, what exactly the process involves?
She like take a deep swallow.
Take
The
your
way
time.
it was described to me, is your old body is devoured, and she births a new one. Still you, but attached to her.
No.
Thinking back to the
No.
grave. You said the grave was placed there not too long ago.
Correct.
Was the ground, was the soil upset in a way to reflect that, or did it seem like nothing was actually buried there?
It definitely seemed like nothing was buried there.
Ooh.
No, sorry. Before, like there was nothing she moved out of the way.
Okay. So it does seem like there was a body buried underneath the gravestone.
Something is there.
Okay.
No.
Humpier will make his own solutions. I just want to know if there was a body to bury if the process failed. He nods slowly and he'll say,
Is it the same for the father, or similar?
I'm not exactly sure the total process, but father and mother, they're analogous terms. They don't exactly mean it needs to be a woman or a man that fills them.
So it's less about the gender and more about the purpose they serve.
Correct. One is the mother's mouth, one is her hand. At least that's how it was explained to me by my mother.
So, Lorelei gives the sermons, and Xavier what enforces her will.
Correct.
When was the last time this town had any outsiders visit?
We used to be connected to 2 other towns, but the winters have been harsh. And we haven't seen them in a decade or more. We're not the only town on this mountain. Well, we weren't. There were others, as well as to the south at the base of the mountain. There were many of Karloff's descendants that still lived there.
Do you happen to know what happens if an outsider tries to get converted, enlightened, recruited? Do they get taken somewhere?
I think it would be more than welcome. As you might expect, there are some problems with being a small town that's isolated.
Right.
It doesn't breed longevity.
Look at
But the
Albion. Be like,
The Lady of Rebirth has capitalized off that. Every child born lame is another addition. They take it, bring it to her, and the next one's born healthy. For every person that lives here, another has died for them.
it could be a chance to go meet the lady in a more isolated environment.
You see Rosemary shake her head. They wouldn't agree to that, not yet. You would have to gain their trust.
Then the mother, then.
That's a bad idea.
I'm not saying one-on-one, but if they want to think that. Be an easy way to get into that church of theirs.
We'd have to sacrifice too much.
Sacrifice, no. Risk, yes.
What exactly is your plan, Clint?
Finding out information. We don't know what this lady's like, and no offense, Rosemary, I think we all want a bit more.
We just need to know where to go.
You say that up until you pull back the curtain on the lady, and she ain't what you think it is.
She is at the very top of the cathedral. At the bottom, it connects to the mines underneath. That's where the mother and possibly even Father Xavier are. There are times where they're both there together.
What times?
Generally before and after any sermon, which are done every 3 days. Now and then 3 days from now again.
So a sermon just happened. Would we find them there if we went? Or have we missed that window?
You would. I would guarantee it.
I don't suppose they'd be alone.
She sort of like takes a deep gulp. I can assure they will.
That seems almost too perfect.
Just don't tell Channing.
How?
Why not?
Doesn't sound like something worth it then.
Because what I can do might cost me my life.
I think that would sort of defeat the whole purpose of our time here.
Not to me, it wouldn't.
It's their
Speak then.
choice.
Insight check?
She seems more than willing to die to save everyone else.
Okay.
She'd be a really good Black Watch candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, at a game, my end goal.
Speak then. Why would it risk your life? Cost your life?
She just looks over to the window and points to the middle of the town. Have they told you about the chained one?
A little bit, but we can't say how trustworthy Xavier's words were. So let's hear.
It's still alive. The Lady of Rebirth isn't strong enough to do everything she does alone. That statue is just an effigy, but it's bound. It's bound the creature beneath the earth at the very depths of the mine. She siphons its power off.
You know, funny thing, I was wondering about that.
It is far more powerful than the Lady of Rebirth.
But what happens if it gets out?
Light help us all.
Let's look at Briggy and Halbjorn. That's not an option then. That'd be not worth the good we're getting out of letting that thing out.
I agree. I wouldn't let it out. But I would give the appearance I am. Draw everyone away from the cathedral so you can sneak in.
It's still not worth it. Oh, how often does this town get under attack by the other things that live on there?
Occasionally, but not often. There's a fear of it, though.
I can make that happen.
Oh,
You would summon the creatures here?
Not at
That
all.
would be foolish.
I will minor illusion the call of the dog, but I'm like a quieter decibel, so they don't hear one of those dogs inside this building all of a sudden. Because I had that shit memorized.
I could assist you with that.
Is that Doran or her?
That's her.
Okay.
I could help as well. We can gather at separate parts of the town. Set the alarm, he does in air quotes. We regroup. Rosemary, if you could keep them going, it would keep the attention drawn. He just looks over to you. Halbjorn, Briggy, do you think this is an acceptable plan?
it's less risky, and if it works, it would provide the same result as if Rosemary had gone down to the mines. I think it's acceptable.
He just looks to see if Briggy agrees.
I agree. We just need to find a way we can conceal our main force from moving over there, so it's not obvious that we're up to something.
How tall are these buildings?
He's muted. He's dealing with...
I was asking a question. Yeah, that please, thank you. It depends. Some of them are multiple stories, but yeah, they're you got a great idea, and it seems like it would work.
So as he's looking out the window, he'll like look over his shoulder at everyone and then just hold up the hand that's got the
The UT.
UT attached to it. Yeah.
I don't suppose these people look up very often.
She just looks at you. I am forever in your debt.
Well, you better stay alive.
She just sort of gives a weak smile. It's not my intention to die, but I will if I have to.
Oh, I said that out loud. Oh shit.
It's not in my head. It's not a message.
There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to learn. You're right.
Is that shut the fuck off? Turning my thing down so I can find the song I didn't save, but I know what it is. There we go.
I'm gonna be so mad if it's the thing that, if that's actually the thing we're thinking of.
So, is that your plan?
I think so. It kind of has to be, yeah. If the two of them are in the cathedral by themselves, or not by themselves.
Out of game, I don't like it, but Gregor will do what his captain says.
You should
Captain.
have said something, motherfucker.
One of my character traits is I follow orders, Jordan.
Okay, so it sounds like you have a plan. Rosemary will take position. What do you want Channing to do, if anything?
Hide.
He can't lie to save his life.
No, he can't. Yeah, he very much has a tell. So
Well, then we don't tell him the plan about things, and then he'll just be.
Tell him.
Oh,
We can tell him
Then
the
we just-
objectives, but we just can't tell him how we're getting to them.
Defend the town. We need you to defend the town. Is that it?
Yeah, we could gaslight him into
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
gaslight
into
him.
believing
Yeah.
into believing that.
That's good. That's good.
yeah, that is actually really good. Yeah,
Listen here,
and
Channing.
especially if they know that he's a bad liar, and then suddenly, he's like selling it really well. That there's,
I mean, he'd be thinking he's telling the truth, so
yeah,
I'm just
He'd
gonna
be like,
pull
"Well, I did
Channing
this guy."
aside. Listen, Channing, you remember Erica, the girl that chopped open that dog?
He starts a cool sweat.
She may have found out something that we can use to help us. Something that could temporarily control them into sieging the town, but not fully attacking it, just coming towards it. I need you to make sure that whatever fucked up experiment she did doesn't actually cause them to attack the town. Just defend it. Can you do that, Channing?
Oh my god.
You see him like he's getting nervous. It's clear. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. It's my town.
It's your town, and you're the one that wants to protect everyone, huh? So, pat on the shoulder. Ideally, they won't be coming into town at all. But just in case, because I don't trust Erica that much on that.
All right.
That being said, rally the hell out of the town to defend itself just in case. I'm just gonna let Clint's actual unenthusiasm for Erica's bullshit seep into his voice.
He like heads over towards the middle of town.
Not yet, Channing, not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Not yet.
I thought it was go time. You know.
No, I appreciate the gusto though. You'll know, Channing, you'll know.
Good, so I have time to use the bathroom first.
You have time to go use the...
God.
Yeah, you have time to go use the bathroom, Channing.
he's such a doofus.
He
I love
is
this guy.
such a doofus. I want to recruit both of them into the Black Watch. So, we have one gaslit Channing.
He's walking away. He's like, and you know what? I know for certain. We got a Doway on our side. We can't lose. friend Poe was telling me they conquered the Marn like it was nothing.
Hey, what?
I'm just like trying to like hold my hands over Channing's mouth, like don't say that out loud. Quiet, don't say that.
I'm assuming that's happening outside. So
Roll perception.
he's
Loud
fucking
enough you can hear it, and you see it giggling.
Poe.
Is he
Damn
still
it.
leaning on the table?
He certainly is.
Okay, I kick the
Kick the
feet
leg
up
out.
under him.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yep. Already opened his sheet for deck there.
Wait, does he have a danger sense?
Oh, he does. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, to
Yeah,
things
get
you can
picked on.
see, he can't see this. He's like,
Wait, he can't see.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He backhand strings out.
God damn it, Poe. Poe inadvertently gives like a skull die to Channing by talking about how cool the Dao are. But only for 10
Hey,
minutes.
Hey, Hall Baron.
he's looking at
You,
him.
when you're fighting the lady, don't be forgetting I'm gonna be killing that father.
I would
Probably
hope
1v1.
so. Let me see quickly who's in this
Does
team.
Poe have some like internal belief that the father somehow is the most powerful one because he is the only one with a masculine title?
He has his sword,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
also the only one he sees.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
So it looks like Khan's in this team. So
Even though it's-
Halbjorn will point towards Khan and say,
Keep an eye on Boy. Tries to one. If he tries to go 1-on-1, take him down first.
take Boye down first.
smirks and puts his helmet on. And he was hoping time we'd have time to spend with the ladies, but I guess that's not happening.
He
Gal
looks around and he says,
What ladies?
What?
there are ladies in the town.
Uh,
So
I
the...
said that all.
I wasn't
Yeah.
muted? Fuck.
I was
So, what is your plan? How do you execute it, should I say?
Once we're not being watched, we should get onto the rooftops. Wait for Rosemary to execute the distraction, and then move across the rooftops towards the cathedral, which is this big building.
Was Rosemary executing her distraction, or were we using like the fake out?
What was the fake out?
We just pretend as if they're getting fucking attacked by dark ones.
Oh, yeah, I thought Rosemary was still selling that.
Well,
She-
it was me and some other
Yeah.
of the, who are the other people?
Doran can.
Doran,
She can. I don't know. Does Erica have
I
an
doubt.
illusion?
I doubt it. Unless she grabbed it.
Nope. She's got bonfire. Or
Yeah,
she's got this.
the
She's got
tracks.
this spell.
That's not really a spell, but it is based on. It's okay. I recognize it as Tasha.
Yeah.
That's messed up. That she literally has laughing. Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Great.
No.
Great. She's actually going to be the Joker.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Oh God, terrible. So, Rosemary takes her position. Are you sending Doran and Clint with her to oversell it?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you guys rendezvous with us to. Yeah.
We know Clint can rendezvous pretty easily. Doran, I don't know.
I can take a further out position. Doran takes a closer up position.
Okay.
And then we
Caster
can
can miswalk to the top of the building and let you know when it's clear.
both.
Perfect.
Copy.
Caster, fucking baller, fucking cool missed abilities.
We're pretty cool. Yeah, I like them. So as you do this, you three, so there's really nothing that y'all need to do to get to that building. It's really just Clint and Doran on how they do.
Right, so everything's riding on them. Gotcha.
Gotcha. Before we split, I always look at Doran. Good luck. Let's hope this trick works out, huh?
It will. Solid plan.
Insight check.
Wait, is that a random Gregor in the middle of sound?
Yeah, it's been there.
Oh yeah, that's what I used to make your token.
Oh, to like set up the table or whatever.
Oh, so are you going from the rooftop?
Us or them?
Are you?
Yes.
So you are. Clint, are you here?
Like here.
On the rooftop, correct.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm just asking. Are you going like out of town a little bit to do it?
I'm
or
gonna
are
go
you
out
doing-
of town to do it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Out of town,
you-
and how much time do we have like for setup?
It depends. So they're kind of just waiting on the sounds to start.
I don't have an axe. I was gonna try to fell some trees to or get them ready to timber just to increase the illusion. But I don't have an axe, and I'm not gonna use a
Sorry,
dagger
just
to cut a
sneak
tree
attack
down.
them.
Oh yeah, I'll sneak attack the tree, and I'll get double nat once again. Yeah, I'll still head out of town though, and just start rocking it, because I'm not gonna chop down a tree with a fucking short sword, dude.
Gotcha. So you head out. You, Doran, Rosemary. She takes a far position. Doran takes a middle or far right. Your choice.
He can take far right. I can go through the middle of town super easily.
Gotcha. How do you go about setting up this illusion?
Oh, I should have asked for a horn or something. In theory, the minor illusion could create a sound of multiple creatures doing it, right? Because it's all still one sound, in theory.
Yeah, you could.
And since it lasts a minute, could I just overlap to just make it sound like a cacophony of howls happening at
Yeah, I don't know if this
varying
one says that,
spaces?
but I know, like, other ones specify you could do it up to 3 times, so I think at least 3 times is fair.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, I'll try and make it sound like one's... If I'm in the middle, one 30 feet out to my right, and then another 30 feet out to my left, as if... You know, like how wolves talk, you know, like they howl to respond to one another. Probably start setting that up, and also make it sound like trees are falling in the distance, like something big is pushing them over. So 1, 2, and 3. Imagine we all know what a tree tumbling over sounds like.
Gotcha. Easy. So you start making those noises. Rose, I mean, if you're interested, Rosemary is going to make one that sounds like this.
Oh. Oh god. Sounds effective though.
Do you begin hearing horns and bells go off? The rest of you see Channing start sprinting towards the middle of the town, screaming that they are coming. As you see many of these people start gathering up whatever arms they can find, getting them together, and getting ready to safeguard their town. Many of the younger or elder are heading inside, while everyone else is getting ready for a fight. So, you are free to repel.
Go time.
Oh, yeah, there's a path.
Mhm.
So 2, or 3. You can do it in 3. So just like, don't do horribly bad on your rolls. You know.
I'm good.
Just don't get tuned at once, Keck.
I mean, it really is that hard. Just don't roll 2 now.
That's a what, 1 in 40, 400 chance? Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Are any of these 2 nat 1s in a row? No, they are
No.
not. These are all pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Except for this 2 and 3 combo isn't great, but
Who said?
Me, probably.
no one that doesn't have a ring that they used.
Keck. Very
Nice.
important.
Alright, I'll roll mine. Do we have to worry about the athletics / acrobatics?
Correct, yeah.
Gotta land it.
Just don't do double nat ones. Yep,
Alright, we're off to a good start.
good
Nice.
enough.
Good enough.
It's literally going from a roof.
Roof to roof.
All right. 19.
Nice, okay.
You don't even need to roll the other one.
Okay.
You can't fail.
Not off to a greatest start, but what about the landing?
You do it so angrily.
Oh yeah, see your kill. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even think the second. Yeah, we don't. That's already done.
All right, cool. And
Oh!
okay, yep. So you need to roll a -7. Okay.
Wait, wow, you didn't roll -7. Congrats. Gets hit with like mega triple X.
And Clint,
Oh, I was just gonna
you
use disguise
roll-
self to walk through town. What's up?
okay, that'll work. Sure, yeah, I'll buy it. Who do you disguise self as?
Right, Kurt.
We haven't seen the mother yet. Fuck. I'll try to locate one of the guards that we saw on the way into town, and then go a different way to circle around him, but then disguise myself as him, and then like run
Easy
really
enough.
fast as if I'm like in a hurry to go get like a weapon or something.
No rolls required. That's a great strategy.
This lasts for 1 hour, so I can still trick the mother and father if we're lucky.
So, why don't we move all over to the next map?
No.
As you head over to the cathedral,
Enter the cathedral. I look like this guy. Ooh.
Oh,
Ah.
no.
yeah,
Lance.
I don't know. No, I didn't. Okay. So you headed. The door is locked.
Is there another way in through a window of some kind? It's a cathedral, so maybe there's like a high window in the second.
Is there a lock?
Who said it's locked?
It does appear like just a classic key lock. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to try to pick the lock.
Sure.
Okay.
Somebody was waiting at the top of the cathedral. Is there a way into the cathedral at the top?
No,
Yeah,
easy.
caster.
Yeah, that goes right through.
Yeah, no need.
But yes, that's Rosemary told you that's where the lady is.
Castro's waiting on the top, but I don't think he went in. He was just waiting on the roof.
Correct. He was just waiting
He was on
as far as y'all's time to go. Yeah. So you pick it and enter, and as you do, there is a aromatic smell to this place. I should have really put everyone here beforehand.
Oh well.
Everyone masks up.
As you all see, there is a guard approaching you.
Fuck. I hold up my gun.
Okay, so Clint,
Oh.
Lucian holds his gun.
Yeah, I figured. I speak, which the disguise self doesn't mask voice. It was really now the time to be betraying me, Lucian. You conniving bastard. I always
You
knew
look
you were
like
out for
an-
me.
You look like an idiot. Get in here. Come on.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick the prettiest looking guy to disguise as.
He has 2 moles on his chin.
I think I pulled this one off better than Captain Riker's disguise.
When did you... Motherfucker.
I minor illusion. Very interesting. Very interesting, recruit. Which is exactly what he said back then.
You better hope he doesn't find out about that.
Oh no, he already did. He punched me for it.
Oh yeah. That was...
Halber doesn't seem to put two and two together and realize that, it was you.
We
Goodbye,
have a
Rocky.
mission to do. Guys, let's go.
Right. Sorry.
You see Doran pull down the sleeve on his gauntlet and release this very shiny metallic thing into the air that floats around him.
There's that gadget.
As you see Pue run in with his blade and axe, and he looks in, and it just the excitement to fight has faded, and he is confused.
Yeah, brother, I'm gonna chop you all up. Where are they?
Where they? What?
At the far end, do these appear to be stairs leading down?
Correct. You see Erica look over, and then first things first. She closes the door and locks it behind you.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Ever the
Smart.
pragmatic.
Smart. God damn it.
If it's alright with you, Halbjorn, mind if I take point? They might not swing immediately at a friendly face.
Better that way. Good thinking.
All right. Are we banking on them being together?
No, some of us are going up, some of us are going down, right?
There doesn't really seem to be much of an up. It just looks like, unless this is a door here.
Yeah, unless this is staircase up and this is staircase
Let me
down.
describe. As you enter this massive cathedral, there are no stairs, but there are massive plants that have this greenish sort of air around them that is permeating around them, though it does not seek out of its wrapped tendril of hair barricade. But inside of it, at the top of this, and these vines wither all around like they're taking pieces and adding it to this egg-like sack that you can see there are forming people in. Besides that, there are many pillars, a massive centerpiece, 2 stairs down, and 2 sets of stairs that go up.
So these are the ones that go up then, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Do they go up like this goes up, or is it like this goes up?
It goes up like this.
Okay.
You just can't make these type of stairs, so I had to
Yeah, I could see.
So, what is your plan? Are you have down and up?
Well, lady team and father team, I assume, are going down, and then mother team has to go up. I'm assuming.
Well, no, mother and father are going down. Lady team is going up because
Correct.
lady is up.
They're very similar turns, but I
They
got
are
confused.
very
Sorry.
It's all good.
Alright.
There we go.
So,
Mother
same
team.
teams as you took before?
Yeah, the one we designated earlier on
Okay.
the yield list.
Alright, you head up. Not down, but up. And as you head over here, you see a massive closed door.
Is it locked?
Do you try to open it?
Yeah, Clint will try.
It is not.
Okay.
I cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Of course you do.
That's my last spell slot, baby. Let's go. And then I'm going to open the door. We heard this guard speak to Channing before, right? So if we did hear him speak before, I'm going to try to minor illusion his voice.
That's right, you're going first.
I
You have to say
activate
that.
my turret.
I was muted, so I'm assuming he's talking with his family.
Oh no, I am muted like a dummy. Sometimes my YouTube picks up, so
Ah,
I mute it when I'm changing songs.
understandable. I'm going to try to mimic whatever Clint's best approximation of the guard's voice. He's not trying to make it pitch perfect like he did for Riker. and just go, "My lady, the town is in danger."
So 2 things.
Yep.
Who goes up last?
Wait, is Poye?
Yeah, why is Poye here?
Besides Flora, who's at the door.
Is Poye just following us?
Okay.
Uh,
To be
no.
fair, I do think Flora would be at the back.
Okay,
I mean,
so
that
you
makes
noticed
sense.
this. They did not separate into the teams you mentioned.
Oh no.
They separated into a team of 3 and a team of 7.
Briggy Caster Doran again.
Yep.
What the fuck?
He gave a different order, I'm guessing.
Okay.
It'll be something we had to get mad about after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we didn't catch it because 4 was the last one up.
Yeah. I know.
As you say that, the doors open and you hear, "Enter."
Thank you, my lady. And I'm gonna hold the door open and enter in. Oh, hell, this looks like an alien environment. Why is she so big?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
She's huge!
What the fuck?
Wizard of Oz! What is this?
What are
you
those?
enter-
Why is she so
For sure.
big?
Oh, fucking hell.
What the fuck?
That's wild. That's crazy.
She's huge!
I don't like that.
You hear, "There's no need for deception."
Clint's enthusiasm drops. Well, I can't blame a guy for trying.
All truths are laid bare.
I doubt that. Quint is gonna
Do we all
enter in
hear this?
anyways.
You absolutely do.
Okay, in that case, no point in hanging out.
Come on to rebirth.
What is up with these plants?
That's crazy. As you enter, you see there's a large pathway, and just like the strange air that was around the others that had left this green permeation in the whole area it was surrounded, you see it in here. You see overgrowth on these massive pillars leading up to her.
No.
And as you look, all there is a head.
Just,
With
yep, just.
massive long hair flowing from it. No body, just a head.
This curtain here, is she in front of it or behind it?
It is open.
It is open.
As you all enter, the door slams shut.
Hey, God, I figured that was gonna come. The Lady of Rebirth, then.
Are we missing someone besides Bradford?
Poe, I think Poe came with us.
No, we didn't.
Oh, did he? Okay. I remember
Is
he was
it
just...
discord you seek? Or do you seek the safety and sanctuary I provide?
I think we've seen the safety and sanctuary you provide. It seems a bit deceptive, ironically.
I take those who are weak and ill and birth new life.
New life, but it's not them, is it?
There's one way to find out.
What? I see these rocks that have string on them.
Massive stones bound in hair.
Here.
Her
Do you
siphons.
do anything else?
I keep an eye out for when she talks about new life. I'm assuming some new fetal monstrosity is gonna show up right now.
Yeah, you just start seeing a bunch of silvery hair flowing out from her that starts going along the ground
How far out?
towards you.
Nice! This silvery hair, does it look like, I don't know, like something that was in a hobgoblin skull emitting out and stabbing into a dog or anything like that? Just it's not related, is it?
Boy, that is a crazy.
Yeah, I'm
You're-
sorry to be so presumptuous.
That's- You are quite forward right now.
I am.
In more ways than one.
Literally, yes. Is there something?
You hear her say, her eyes close and she looks back to you as they open, and her sclera are black with her irises a bright golden. You are clever.
No light I recognize.
As she has realized you have attacked her minions. Clint, what do you do as this hair starts flowing towards you?
Well, let's see how effective stuff is. Combat always starts as an information game. I'm gonna try Mind Sliver.
Okay.
Hit me with that int save, baby. Let's see how smart the lady is. Before plus 10 intelligence saving throw. In which case I'll cry.
No.
Oh!
That's really bad.
I succeeded! I actually succeeded!
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah, 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 if I'm being honest, take that 1 damage! You take that 1 damage!
You will take that one.
Take that 1 you will suffer as I have
That-
suffered. Not very much, apparently.
A -4 to her next save.
D4,
It
yeah.
does seem like it affects her.
Do these rocks start, like, glowing or moving or anything like that? As she begins, like, reaching out for hair?
They do not. They seem to be quite set fast on this. And there's 4 pillars surrounding them. Each has a orangish orb inside of it.
Is a orb, like, behind, like, a cage, I'm assuming, from the looks of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Staying there?
I actually am, because mostly I'm afraid of, I don't know if I want to push closer to this.
Okay. Whatcha?
Oh,
Hey,
16 hits me. It's 1 above my AC.
It technically should be my turn.
Oh. Then it is technically your turn.
There we go.
Sorry. Just trying to.
We can rock
save my
that
momentum.
attack roll later.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot her, right?
I mean, the hallway is like the perfect range for you, I think, so.
Actually, that's out of range, or it's out of regular range. I'm 100 feet.
You do gain 10
You have
bonus
10, yeah, you have
movement
40
in this
movement right
turn.
now, so.
It's true.
Help
So-
close the distance a bit. Yeah, where does her hitbox begin? Does it begin at the tip of her head or at the base of her neck?
Yes.
Gotcha.
If you are within contact of her, you are within contact.
Okay, well, there you go. You're within 100 now.
I'm going to hit her, shoot her with the yield crossbow.
You got an extra attack, too.
Oh, that easily hits, yeah.
I do have an extra attack. Can I reload the crossbow and take an extra attack?
You absolutely can.
We talked
Sweet.
about this before, didn't we?
I don't remember. I fell asleep.
No, it is part of your training that they teach you that.
Dope.
Hey, and you get Gloomstalker damage, or whatever it's called.
You do, yeah.
A
It's
D6 or
a-
D8?
I think it's a D8. Let me double.
It's a D8.
The D8?
Mhm.
The date? Roll the D8s.
Yeah, it's a D8. And I would also like to spend a superiority dice to make it a distracting strike.
Oh! Oh!
Cool.
Okay.
Oh!
Ooh,
Wait, what?
That's a lot.
A D8 for her Gloomstalker, and then a D8 for superiority.
Are you a spellless ranger?
Yeah, she's spellless.
Sure am.
Awesome.
Alec is like, oh, my people.
Oh, that damage. That damage
That's,
is so good. Look.
like,
She's starting
really
out-
good damage.
We love Flora here. Does it look like the shot did anything?
She's already,
It certainly does.
she's already yellow.
Oh yeah, does it look like it did regular damage?
Absolutely does. Yeah, that is.
We got our
that is a
special
crossbow on
baptized crossbows.
And then the next attack against her has advantage.
Gotcha. Okay, so now Clint, you
Rock me with that 7.
as this massive tendril of hair
Fuck.
grabs you up and starts crushing you. And then we're just gonna do this.
Well, I'm happy I didn't move closer to her now. I'm really happy I didn't move closer.
And then we're just gonna do this.
Okay, okay. Is it? Am I moving diagonally closer to her, or just
Actually,
like flat closer?
before she does that, Halbjorn, does a 27 hit you? It does.
What if I can ask it?
Not if I cast shield.
Halbjorn unlocks his sorceress abilities.
Okay. So Halbjorn, you are also going to be grappled and pulled up here. You are not in range of this presence, though. Clint, make me a dang near impossible wisdom.
I would need actually a 9. I have a 10% chance of hitting this. 10%.
It's only heavy armor that reduces damage, right?
Not versus night creatures.
Oh, that's what the wrong was.
Oh, right. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm wearing.
Would I have advantage from protection from good and evil?
You would.
I just realized she would have had disadvantage on attacking me from protection from good and evil.
She would, yeah. There's a not 0 chance she fails. She has a plus 13.
Yeah, she would just need to roll a nat 1. If she rolls a nat 2, she still succeeds. Yep, there we go. Alright, so I would have advantage on the wisdom save at least. Let's not go!
That's about as good as you can.
Yeah, it's about as good as I was expecting.
Okay, so at the
Maybe
you can use your action to move closer to her.
There's a joke I can make here, but I'm not gonna make it.
Gregor, you see 2 of your friends, these massive tendrils of hair, whip out and just flat across them like water hitting a person and wrap around them in like a vest as it starts pulling them in. And you see her massive eyes shoot open at Clint, whose struggling has ceased.
That's not good. So I'll rage. I'd like to do that.
You do see the hair is still connected to them, pulling them out.
And as the claws are fully ready, if I come over here, am I able to try and get Halbjorn free?
You could absolutely make an attack against that hair.
Okay. Can I do it recklessly? Can I recklessly claw the hair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Snip the hair. Shit.
Wow.
What's the AC of hair?
Oh man! Oh,
It's
that
11,
doesn't.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's only a 12.
All
Only
right.
12.
Well,
Hey, we got it this time, boys. Let's go.
I have 2 claw attacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, you rolled a 1 on both damages. Wait, did you apply your rage? You didn't apply your rage.
I did not, so that's 2 more.
Okay,
So 6
it breaks.
Hey, let's go. So you're basically guaranteed to cut it.
You slash through this tendrils of hair and cut it. Luckily, you're doing slashing damage.
I pierce the hair.
As you cut it, you see Halbjorn. You are free now. But as she pulls Clint in, you see her jaw open and begin to unhinge.
Ah man, I'm gonna get the Garth experience. Damn.
Lucian.
Alright, hi. So,
Hi.
Buddy is all caught up in hair, right?
Yes.
Fucking shit.
There's-
Okay.
There's a pun to be made here.
It is.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it with a bad joke disclaimer. Quint is in a hairy situation right now. Hey,
I don't.
kill me.
I'm more than happy for what's gonna happen.
Yeah. See, joke's on you, so am I. See, that's the thing. So go ham.
This is a harder shot than the one he made on in the earlier fight, so I don't know if he's gonna take it. Lucian will be a pussy and just fucking shoot the lady to try to like distract.
I mean, she is big, so that's fair.
She's big.
You have advantage.
Distraction strike.
I do.
Just
I have
crit.
advantage against.
Yeah, she's been distracted. No, she distracted.
Flora's
Oh
maneuver.
right.
Yeah.
Distracting.
Distracting.
This is you reminding us about Fairy Fire.
All right. 24 to hit.
Oh, thank God for the
24.
advantage.
24 hits.
8 piercing, and it's magical.
On her, you got
Yeah.
it. You shoot this pine. What is a pine? Is that a short
So
bow?
I'm like thinking like pine needles. So
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Gotcha. So that's your light crossbow. Okay.
Yeah.
It shoots into her and hits into her cheek, leaving a small blemish.
Mm-hmm. And then I take the underside attachment and I just fire it right into her. I'll choose. Why not thunder damage as I shoot a thunder grenade right in her fucking face.
Okay.
How tall is her head?
Oh, about 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay.
Just a
22.
Ooh, look at that roll though.
Easily hits.
Seven,
Her AC is 12.
Crazy
Okay.
stuff.
She's
20.
ahead.
Big mama.
As I'll just aim it like here to see if I. And there's like a 5-foot radius.
Oh, to try to hit the hair as well?
Yeah.
Headshots.
You said thunder, correct?
Yeah, I chose thunder.
Okay.
Thunder.
It's still there. But it is damaged.
Okay. Damn it. I think that's my action bonus action. I think that's it. Yeah, that'll be it.
Gotcha. Albjorn, now free from this tendril trap.
Alright, run away. No.
um,
I'm gonna try something kind of ballsy.
We love to hear it.
As Halbjorn sees her jaw kind of open like a weirdo snake's, knowing full well what she intends to do to his brother,
Aww.
he's gonna.
Yeah, as you do, you see her mouth doesn't head to a throat, but like a swirling nexus of energy.
Ooh. Well, he will run up to her.
I am egg.
How would I need to move even more to actually like be?
No, you're 25 to hit her there.
He's not gonna hit her.
Okay.
Uh,
To engage with her.
he's going to run up to her and bringing his hands underneath her chin, he's going to try to push her either jaw close or her face up.
Okay. Yeah, roll me in athletics.
Halbjorn
Come
versus
on.
the mouth. The maw.
I mean, here's your DC.
Oh my god! Oh my god! She's rolling not so great.
What? She was not expecting that. You close
Yeah.
her mouth shut. I'm gonna say you have it grappled. Until she breaks that grapple, she can't open it.
She
Yes.
can't jaw.
Yeah. Jaws are much stronger going up than down.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's gravity.
Here's something that'll mess with you. Do you know you technically don't bite down, you bite up?
Don't tell me
Right.
that. Don't tell.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't
man.
like that information. Clint,
So I have to use my action to move closer to her, right?
you certainly do.
Okay.
But he's restrained. Oh wait, so
I'm,
he's
I'm
moved-
assuming I can move. I'm assuming she's gonna not like restrain me to move closer to her. Yo, what's up? How's it going?
All right, yeah. If Halbjorn didn't close her mouth, you'd be in the world of trouble. All right.
Am I still like affected by that, or is that like until end of turn?
You can make another save now.
Oh, okay, sweet. I don't have a protection from good and evil anymore because I was incapacitated. Fuck. Hiya! So close yet so far. A fleeting dream.
So just so you know, here's your stakes.
Joke's on you, oh. Joke's on you. Her hair attack did 1/3 of my health anyways. And anything she throws at me is probably enough to kill me. The power of the weak.
As you see Holbjorn run up and snap her jaw shut, the sound of the teeth clashing on each other sends a shockwave through the area.
Floor? Right? Yes? No?
Floor turn. Okay.
I wasn't sure if she was doing like some legendary action or something.
Nope. That's she's not a fighter.
So, are you like? Are you just swallowed?
I'm not swallowed. No. He was doing that to show what will happen if I get swallowed.
If Holbjorn,
I'm basically like running into her face right now, like a broken
Correct.
character in a video game.
he is on the menu. Holbjorn is keeping the doors locked.
Okay.
Hobgren, you deny me my reservation!
I guess I'm just gonna shoot her again. Oh wait, I meant to ask this last time. What is she like? What kind of creature does she count as?
Is she your favorite enemy?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's a really great question. So, what are your favorite enemies?
He'll say yes or no.
I said I think I'd said up to like a type 2.
Oh, type 2?
No, she's not type 2.
No, you get the feeling that she's easily a type 4.
Oh,
She high up.
Nope.
Creature
Cool.
type head.
That hit.
Hey, that's good damage.
Dope.
So much damage from Flora.
Right?
Dropping anything on it, or just letting it sit?
No, I guess I'll spend another sturdy die for another distracting strike.
Gotcha.
Am I still restrained by the hair?
Woo!
You are correct.
Another max roll on that.
Nice.
Flora is the beat down.
And then I'm gonna back it up.
I'm
15
getting away
feet.
from that bitch.
Okay. So,
Actually,
Holbjorn,
fuck it. I'm gonna back it up the full 30.
you were so kind as to move within 10 feet of her.
Hello, my brother. You and I could be egg brothers.
Captivating gaze. Could I levy for advantage since she
I
maybe
think so.
can't see me?
I think
There
so.
you go.
I would even give you a +2 to your roll.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm gonna need it.
You have
For,
this.
like half cover.
You don't have this.
No.
Hey, you got the same roll as what I got.
Give me a ring. Give me a ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my ring.
You roll with advantage.
Do we have our rings back?
Yeah, you do.
I thought we did. I thought it was like by the day, not by the long rest.
Oh.
I don't think he. Did you use yours? You have. We'll just say you have. Them.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It's funner if you do, and I don't remember.
Okay, thank you. All right. Do I roll with advantage again, or spell, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Holy fuck.
The stars align for you, my friend.
She has to try to break out. Normal.
So,
Boom. DC 10.
She's rolling so bad on those.
So am I, to be honest.
Okay. So 2 hair whips.
Hit me. Unless you want to attack the person grappling, in which case that.
Oh, that's fortunate for you, Lucian.
Start dragging him into.
Okay, Gregor. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Oh no.
What about attack number 2?
I think she wants to hit Halbjorn more.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another 24.
You know what? Seize endurance it.
Yeah, you might be able to get rid of all
Gotcha.
of it.
What
Oh, exactly all of it. Nice.
Okay, you are not grappled and restrained then.
Oh!
Let's
that's your turn.
fucking go.
Gregor.
Need to hit you with the Pogoi. There
Yeah, I had to do it in the roll 20 at least. So Gregor will run forward. Where was I?
Clint, by the way, roll again with the same +2 at advantage that Halbjorn had,
Okay.
since you're kind of outside of her gaze now too.
You underestimate my power, or lack thereof.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to get in melee with her, I don't think.
No,
Unless
that's
I'm
pretty
I mean,
melee.
isn't where you are kind of melee?
Mhm.
Because like this like
But,
whole place
yeah,
counts as like her hitbox.
She's
Okay,
massive.
right.
She is massive.
Okay, then I'll go be in melee.
If you are within 5 feet of anything that touches a pixel of her, you are within melee.
Hey.
Oh, so it's like playing Rainbow Six then.
Yeah, easily hit.
Oh, let's go.
10, 16, minus 16.
What's this? Oh, yeah, it's Matthew.
Easy enough. Lucian.
Okay. We're gonna do another shot.
Do it.
Since he already attacked her, does that use up the distracting strike, or did he?
Oh,
tackle it?
here's what I kind of am thinking. I think I'm gonna let it be a charge that you call in instead of just the next one.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like, okay.
Because
I
it
wouldn't
seems kind of
use
like
that then.
meh if someone already has advantage and does it. So I kind of like that idea.
Okay.
I like that idea
Alright.
too.
Me
I
too.
do as well. Okay. Thank you. Oh, come on!
You somehow
Reroll.
miss.
Join me,
I'm
brother.
reroll.
Join me in
I'm-
the fields of inadequacy.
You know what? No, I'm using my reroll. Fuck it.
Ooh.
Fuck that. 25. There we go.
Oh!
7
Ooh!
piercing. Not the greatest. But I will shoot my I want to break her nose. I'm gonna shoot her right in the nose.
There is an angle where you can hit her and the thread that's still holding Clint.
Oh, I can do that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
use
put
my
dirt in
last
your
elemental
eye.
round, I guess.
What
Same-
elemental do you use?
Gun.
Against this hair-based weapon.
Hair-based weapon. Fire.
Condition.
Oh wow, yeah, that does double damage. That's great. Just like the slashing did. Yep, hits.
Hey, let's go.
Clint, you are free.
I'm still charmed though. Well, not charmed, but
Still, it's
Against
better than
the
nothing.
fire-based weapon.
Oh, she's close. Okay. You hear her call out.
I know. It's too
Is
easy.
this what you want? And me will doom them all. Halbjorn.
Insight.
Clint believes it.
Could I still attack while I'm...
You absolutely can, yeah.
So yeah, he will reach back one of his hands just long enough to crack her, like I guess uppercut her with the shield.
Do it.
Yep.
Do
Roll
it.
it up.
Do it.
Oh!
Bonk, 10 total.
Oh,
bludgeon.
easily hits.
Bludgeoning damage. You rolled
Ooh.
average on the damage.
Okay, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Some stuff happens. Some stuff happens.
Oh.
How did I just get switched off the map?
Good question. Good question. The color, it changes.
Oh, actually. Yeah, just to make up for lost time, I guess I'll action surge.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Just bash her one more time.
Yeah,
Mm.
usually yes.
Ooh.
Strike rightly for the same
Roll the
damage.
same thing again. Another average attack, my lord. Another one. Yes, very
Yeah,
good.
you certainly have her in a bind. Clint, roll your wisdom saving.
Let's go. Advantage
Well, your
still?
average
Yes.
wisdom save.
My very average wisdom saves. See, that's how average they are. I'm gonna. I have my. So we have the ring back, right?
Correct.
Okay,
And
I'm
you
gonna.
have the effects of 3/4 cover. Yes, you're out.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're good. 3/4 is a
Oh
plus
yeah,
5.
yeah. It's all, fucking hell. That happens at the end of my turn.
No, you can do it at the beginning.
Hey, let's go. I don't know if I want to stay here. If I'm being honest with you guys.
You can stab. You can stab. You're a rogue.
I can't stab and just peace out. So.
Stab and leave.
Stab and leave.
Where do you stab her?
Grab and go.
Hitting and quit it.
Try to stab her in like the little part underneath the lip. Like the where your lip meets the rest of your face. Just stab and of course it doesn't hit. Nope.
Oh my fucking god.
Actually, I don't know what it's called on the outside. I know it's a frenulum on the inside that connects them. I don't know what the outside that little pivot's called.
That's
the
something for
frenulum.
something for a
The bot-
cosmetologist.
On the bottom is the labrae. I don't know. That does not.
La Brea?
Hmm.
The vermilion
Go big or
border.
go home.
Oh, okay.
I made that up. I don't fucking know.
I will bonus action attack. Fuck it.
The vermilion border is where it goes from the
Fuck!
red part to the red part.
Buddy.
Life
Buddy.
is a circus, and I'm the clown. Honk
A
honk.
philtrum. It's not a philtrum.
I told you to leave.
I am
Oh, wow.
leaving. I didn't spend my I didn't take my movement to leave.
Okay.
No,
Flora.
are you a squashbuckler?
No.
Squashbuckler.
Squashbuckler.
Are you a squashbuckler?
I'm not. No, I'm not a squashbuckler. No.
Flora?
If she wants to take attack of opportunity, she can. I just don't know if she will.
She actually can't right now.
Oh right.
Mission
Yeah, what could
accomplished.
she do? Bite you? Bite your ankles?
The hare can't attack from point blank, and she can't bite.
I think I gotta move forward a little bit
Yeah, to get into range.
to get into range. Where's the hair coming from? Is it coming from the egg dudes?
No,
No,
it's coming from her.
It's coming from her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big,
her
massive
hair.
mane and silver hair.
Okay, that's what I thought, but like, I don't know. The eggs are wrapped in hair. It's very gross. I don't care for it. I'm gonna shoot her. I'm gonna reroll.
14 hits.
14.
Oh, 14 hits? Oh, Jesus. Well,
Yeah,
cool.
AC 12. She's just ahead.
Okay. That's it. I'm not gonna do anything fancy.
Okay. You all do feel the ground beneath you vibrate.
Oh. Are we standing in her rib cage?
That would
Can
make
we-
sense given the bones on the side, wouldn't it?
Can we insight the ground to see if
Can we
that's
insight
her?
the-
Oh yeah,
There's
sure, yeah.
something
Right
in
after
the
we
other
deceive
end.
the ground into revealing its secrets to us, sure.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Can I make an investigation?
Yeah, why don't you roll it for
Oh,
this
no.
weird, maybe rib
No.
cage-like thing and these weird, maybe cellular-like systems?
I like that a lot. That's really cool.
That means they're fighting. They're fighting the mother and father and basically her ovaries. Then if they're in the basement.
No,
It's
that's just
okay.
her toes.
I feel that's even worse because that's even less symbolism to be had for the narrative.
You. Okay.
They're straight up alveolar.
You didn't
Roll
actually roll
me-
it inside the ground.
Roll me another athletics, Halbjorn. Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, no. I need.
Dude, just get that 20.
I need an 18. I need an 18 minimum to meet this.
I believe in you. I as Crash believe in
Yeah,
you.
just roll good.
Oh, easy. Yeah, it's gotta roll good.
She reels out and screams in pain that sends the area around you, the color that's floating in the air, slamming into the walls before coming back into the center where it was, like a wave in the water, as she looks frantic now. But as she does, you re-grab her jaw and keep it closed.
As he does, with like a mighty shove, he says, "Keep your mouth closed. You'll catch flies."
Okay,
I
so
think she'd be happy with that.
as her action, she's going to try to get you the hell off of her.
Hair attack.
That it's.
And she's going to do the same to Gregor. Gregor, what did you choose as your shift? Oh, you haven't shifted yet, have you?
Claw?
Technically, I have not because I
Oh,
forgot.
perfect. Whatcha?
It's still hitting
20 and
them.
24.
That's alright.
Yeah, I would have hit anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna hit and grapple both of you.
Oh fuck.
You suffer 8 damage, both of you, because we're all just rolling the same numbers tonight.
Alright.
I only take 4 from
Nah,
me.
shit, you're right.
Rip it up, buddy.
Gregor, you are restrained, so the best you can do is neutral.
Disadvantage. Just grapple. Or restrained, right?
So would it normally be athletics if I don't attack the breakout?
Yes.
She moved.
It'd
I
be
mean,
the
you-
same. Yeah, it'd be the same. Except,
More chance to attack them since you
well,
broke them one blow last time.
that's true. Okay.
That hits. That
Yes.
hits.
So that's me free. Yeah, I'll try
Yep.
to get healthier and free.
Easily
Hey,
free.
let's go.
And I'll shift as my bonus action.
You got it.
There we go, buddy.
Lucian.
Alright, what can I do other than just shoot? I can just shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I shoot her right in the nose. And I
Easily
hit.
hit.
Bing, bing.
And I pierce. And I'm gonna follow it up with a force shot as now my little grenade launcher shoots out a force shot. Yeah. There we go.
Yes.
I push her nose 5 feet in.
As you hit, you see blood start trickling down her nose, but her eyes are wild and darting back and forth.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
As
there we
you
go.
hear her, oh, she can't talk. Her mouth's closed. All right, Halbion.
She could speak through gritted teeth.
Like a ventriloquist. I mean, I guess
It
in
is
a
your
way,
go.
she is a big ventriloquist.
So she's not going to say anything.
Yeah, I mean her mouth's closed.
You can, but you can talk to gritted teeth.
Well, maybe she can't. Huh? Have you ever
Yeah,
thought
okay,
about that?
fine.
Yeah,
Jeez,
you ever
go.
factor in that she's
Don't
bigger
be
than
so ableist.
her teeth are probably the size of you.
Okay, she says, "What have you done?"
I'm assuming they were successful in killing one of the others.
He will once again reel his shield back, and he'll say,
Our job.
and he will miss his attack. Probably. Nope.
Nah, dude. Have faith in yourself.
Every time I say a one-liner, I always miss.
All that Columbo energy is helping you out now.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
And I will bonus action second win.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ah, damn it.
Well, take it to the
Fantastic.
bank.
Fantastic second one.
Fantastic second one.
I mean, you've done plenty in disabling her. Clint.
I'm going to put away the blades and pull out ye old heavy crossbow.
Oh, that's an interesting place you're standing, by the way.
Why you gotta say that? Why do you gotta say it like that?
She's got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
Fantastic second, by the way.
Okay.
What's what?
What's your passive perception, by the way?
10 flat. I'm average.
Okay, cool. So a 5 in combat, easy.
Yeah, 5 in
mine is
combat. Yeah.
Mine's a 17th.
So a 12 in combat. Yeah. Lucian, there's definitely goo all over Clint's foot.
Oh. Okay.
So Clint, yeah, you got a heavy crossbow.
I will fire the heavy crossbow. 12! I think
It
exactly hits, right?
It hits.
I'll take it. I will take it. Take that one sneak. I don't think I've ever rolled higher than a 1 on sneak attack in all the times I've used it.
Truly
You're
sad.
level 3. You have 2 dice. You know.
Oh shit, you're right.
I do,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Another
me
one?
Another one. Real
I
quick.
was ready for it to. I was so ready for it to be another 1.
Okay, it's a 2. That's terrible, but you know,
It's terrible, but not as terrible.
Clint, you feel a warmth rising up from this
Uh-oh.
object next to you.
Does it blow up?
No,
Sorry.
Sorry. You are forgiven.
First things first, I have a question, which is
Mhm.
that when you were stabbing her underneath her lip, was that the inside or the outside?
The outside.
Okay, it's called the mentolabial sulcus.
Thank you for the information. Mentolabial.
yeah,
sulcus.
that makes sense. Yeah, all of that checks out. Mental, that's the area. Labial, that's part of the lip. Sulcus, a divot. Yeah, that all checks out.
We've learned a new thing today.
Love med turn.
God, you're
I
fucking
love it too
destroying
much.
this guy.
I know, I'm gonna
You're so on target. Holy hell.
actually, instead of a distracting strike, I want to do. I'm gonna drop one hand off my old crossbow and use this as superiority dice to make a bonus action quick toss and fling. Oh no, I'm so far away from her. Just kidding.
Yes.
I'll say you could have moved up because I like what you.
I don't think that would have been in range for most throwing weapons though.
I don't think it would get me in range for that either. What's the range on that throwing
Like
weapon?
if you move 30 closer, if you're there, so you have to be like, yeah,
I'll
be
pull out of,
far
like,
still.
Disadvantage range, so I'm just gonna shoot her with the, or I'm just gonna roll for the superiority dice for the distracting strike.
Another 7.
You are destroying these.
You're the
fucking
opposite
damage
of me with my sneak attack. You only
Yeah,
roll
you
the
just
upper
roll the left.
quadrant.
Because I recharged with a mid-game nap. I am gonna move up though.
Is that the
You know,
secret?
you know the deal, Halbjorn.
Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you so
Ooh,
much.
Advantage.
I
Okay.
believe in you. She is a massive creature, so.
Don't worry, I'll win with the power of friendship.
I
Power of
stopped
friendship.
believing in you halfway you said power of friendship. That's what happened.
As she breaks free, her mouth shoots open, and you see a thick black smoke start rolling out of her mouth as her eyes are rolling up, and you see the golden blood shots through them all. Both of you roll me a con save.
Ooh.
Well, I'm happy
Alrighty.
about there.
No.
Oh, he's fine.
Okay.
He's not fine.
I'll use my
He's-
reroll. That's worse.
Yep.
That's worse.
Okay. Oh, it's so low.
That's so low.
Okay, so Halbjorn, you
For
take
3d8?
4. Gregor, you take 8. It is poison.
Max 24, and you didn't even get half of it. Damn.
But that is all she does for her turn, as she is
Welcome.
writhing in pain.
Welcome, sister, to the circus.
With my temp, I only took 3 damage, so that's popular.
Fucking hell.
Halbjorn's coming up. He'll just attack.
I'm coming up.
Coming up.
We're gonna kill this head.
Coming up.
Did you kill it?
No, not yet, but she is very weak. As you claw into her and rip chunks out of her lip, you see this black coal-like soot is oozing out of her mouth as she is writhing around in unimaginable pain. Lucian.
That's an opening I can shoot at. I'm gonna shoot into her mouth.
Oh yeah, roll with advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. 22. There we go.
Weak spot.
Have a distraction strike.
12, and then my little.
Just
little
add the
sword
damage to
shot.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll like you did, because there's no missing at this point.
Oh yeah.
Aw, man.
Oh my goodness, you suck. She's at 1.
Oh.
All
As you
have to
shoot
do
a
is
hole
just
through
hit
the
her.
back of her mouth, you see gasps start happening as smoke starts escaping through all around her. Aldiorn.
You just gotta-
So her mouth is open now.
Correct. Oh, she's. Even if you did nothing, she'd probably die at this point.
Okay. Well, hopefully this hits. Well, actually, I have 2 attacks because I will take out my hammer if I need it. But first one, yeah, I need it.
Oh,
No,
8.
you would have advantage.
Hey.
so
Well, okay,
close.
yep, you needed that second one.
Yet so
Alright.
far.
Let me put advantage on because every time I roll twice. So my warhammer.
Hey!
How do you do that?
He so her mouth is open, she's writhing in pain. He will after his shield misses, he will knock out one of her top front teeth with his warhammer, and then step with one foot into her mouth, like over her bottom teeth, and then with
Ugh.
both his hands, he will push upwards, breaking her jaw open.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. Okay, roll.
I'm scared.
No roll needed. As you step inside, you feel an intense warmth coming from her, and you feel seen.
Scene.
Scene.
You feel noticed.
I guess we never really confirmed that she was the thing looking at us on our way up the mountain, did we?
Oh no.
I guess
As
not.
she falls down, and you see her skin start bubbling before turning into ooze as the eye looks at you before flickering and dissipating. As all that is left behind is bubbling goop on a skull.
Gross.
Gregor's still in a rage. Will go over and smash the skull until it's broken once more.
Okay.
Just like an ape, like 2 fists down, like.
Nope.
Regroup.
True. It's true. Fucking open the door.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, you do.
Still locked.
As you. Oh, no, it's not. That lock is faded.
Okay.
As you head down, you see your allies heading up, but you hear a banging at the door.
Oh no.
What the fuck is that?
Escape plan?
As we're coming down, you said our friends were coming up right as
Oh god!
Jesus
Oh god!
Christ!
What's happening?
Nothing to worry about.
Calm down.
What the fuck is
Why do they
that?
all say they rolled zeros?
What the fuck is that?
Logically, there should be like
Monster.
not a 0 number rolled.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
it's not rolling right. That's a bummer. Okay, as you come down, there are just a bunch of people banging on this door.
And is it at the point that we notice that they're not in their assigned teams?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll address it later. So I just do kind of go to Bricky though. How does this team, as he sees that they kind of pulled this?
Yeah,
No.
anyone missing?
Nope, they seem fine. Relatively. Some of them are scarred, some of them are bruised. Pui is
Okay.
covered in blood, but he's happy about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How do the pods with the vines look right now?
Dying.
Okay.
Deed.
Almost burnt.
What the fuck? I don't understand.
You hear Briggy call out as you start trudging back as she's getting a count of everyone. We got bigger problems to worry about.
Speak,
Are all your people fine? She
Yeah.
looks and sees around.
for the most part.
We need to figure something out, or they're gonna get through that door eventually.
He stretches his chin towards the stairs.
Did you find another way out down there?
You see Doran like shake his head. It goes all the way down into a magmatic core.
Are there windows?
Here, no.
Were there windows on the way down from where we just came?
There are windows in the. There was in the Lady Sanctum.
Well, let's go to the Lazy Sanctum. They have a window up there. We need to fucking move.
You got a problem? Even if we escape that way, they'll just follow us.
I don't understand. Killing the lady was supposed to free minds. I suppose it was only a theory.
So, do you head up top?
Clint is going.
Yeah.
Better than going down. Better than staying here.
I did already put y'all on this map like a smart person. There is a window. You break through it.
Ah!
The little fucking glass shards.
Such a nice detail.
Hold on. Let me see if I have anything to do with this shit. Oh,
Roof time.
how big can you make that illusion?
Who you asking that one to?
You.
5 feet.
How big is this? Did we break open?
How big's the window?
No, not that big.
Try
Break up.
to. We can try to conceal ourselves for now. Please. Try to make it as it was once.
I just try to make an intact window there.
Erica crawling over. She looks down. She's like, "It's about 80 of them."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can they see that we're up here?
From this area, no, it's far too tall. This is like 40 feet up.
Can
They're all ground level.
is anyone capable of fixing this window? And we can just hide out here, maybe.
I've just minor illusion the window to look like it's intact again.
We could try grappling across the roofs.
Roll me a perception, by the way.
Okay.
Hey, there's my luck.
Uh,
I found it. It was on
Ah.
the ground.
you do see Channing running towards the mines.
I was just about to ask if anyone saw Channing or Rosemary amongst them.
I pointed out.
Why are they going to the mines?
I think we might have been tricked, that's why. Let's find out. We're not gonna find out while staying up here, though.
Is anyone feeling like we've been played?
It feels a little like we've been played.
We were tricked by the lady.
No.
We weren't tricked by the lady.
No, by
we were tricked
those two.
I think we're tricked by whoever's kept the lady down
I did.
there.
Rosemary, I mean.
Perhaps killing the lady doesn't free the townsfolk. Perhaps it only frees whatever's down the minds.
We're not gonna solve any problems with staying up here getting
You-
mobbed.
See Poye like try to get your attention real quick without being too loud. Hey, little brother's waving to us.
Say again?
As you see Channing like trying to get your attention from the mines, where he has a much better vantage point, waving you to try to get to him.
Oh,
Though,
How far is
Looks
it?
back.
several. It's like 1,000 feet.
North, south, east, west in direction of the map.
From here, it's like roughly this way.
Got it.
But there's virtually nothing to hook onto. So, do y'all have any plan before the next thing that happens?
I'm stumped.
Fuck, does anyone have any sort of obscuring trick? Like a smoke bomb or something?
You'll be the one for that, Lucian.
Fuck. Okay, give me a second.
Caster.
Yeah.
I hazard a guess and say that you cannot pass any of these common.
That you could what?
Outpace any of these common folk.
Easily.
To ask this, but could you lead these Western ones away?
Nods. I can do it.
Can't take anyone with you.
The only one that can keep up with me is you, Clint.
He can't see it, but I'm just got a smirk on my face. I think you already know what I'm gonna ask.
We could delay him, detour him.
It wouldn't be that
He looks
hard to
down.
wrap around town.
I've got about a cartridge and a half left.
I go over and I have 4 and plus 2 shots in my UT right now. I'll give him 2. That puts us, relatively even.
All right. As he does this, you hear a sickening tectonic crack.
No. No.
As I've been waiting to do this.
Do it. Do it!
As you see the earth beneath the center of the town begin to crack and shake.
Put yourselves up here. Oh, look at that!
No.
It's got the eye and everything!
Let's see
I
that
was
real quick.
looking for a song that fit, and I couldn't find one without lyrics that fit better than this.
Oh my god, look at that! What is this?
As you see a massive claw scrape out of the lava, pulling some of it back with it as it flings onto some of these citizens that are trying to flee, encasing them in the magma.
We done fucked up, y'all.
We can take that.
As
Oh.
it lets out a mighty roar. Why don't all of you make me a wisdom?
Nice! I'm out here again. I can only do shit out of combat.
It's a scary day for us little fuck.
I found an instrumental version of the song if you want.
I couldn't find one that's fast enough. The instrumental was
yeah.
slower, and it didn't fit. Okay, cool. So this works.
I hope this isn't
all of
copyright.
you are paralyzed. It's not. It's a night court. They can't because it's
Okay.
already a fan-made version of it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I had to look into that. So
DC 20,
I want to use my reroll.
You have a 10% chance. It's the same number.
Tragic.
Well, that's a 5% chance of getting the same number.
you see him raise up. Oh, chance. Raise up and grab one of these commoners
It eats him.
and just melt it before looking over to you all and letting out a mighty rain from his back as it shoots out like a meteor swarm and just starts salvoing the town, destroying people all about as the people around your cathedral start to quake and fear and redouble their effort to break in to find some solace inside away from the fate that belays them out here. It looks over to you all and simply says, "The time of genuflection is over." Before it starts to make its way over to you slowly, before picking up into a much faster pace, and you are paralyzed. But the clever in you might notice something. This certainly isn't the music of a dark one, is it?
No.
Lucian, you see mist rolling in from the west side as it's coming in fast, as this creature raises up mighty, and you see fire welling up in its stomach. You see a single shot of a line cross in front of it.
Yo,
Before a
Captain!
single strike
Oh.
hits it in the jaw.
I love our captain. I'll never impersonate him ever again. That's a lie.
And sends the creature flying into this building.
Captain Rocker is just our Captain Levi.
So I rolled this damage beforehand, and it was about 172.
What?
Yikes.
What is Captain Riker's like fucking build to deal like so much damage then?
He's a lot of things.
Fair enough.
He looks up to you. Finish this. Before looking back to him, you're fucking with my cadets, beast. That's right.
We're his cadets! We're his cadets! That's the most
As
love we'll
you
ever hear from him
see-
ever.
Mists begin to flow everywhere, all around this area, creating a battlefield, if you will, covered. Well, put it to the area. Boop, 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 boop.
God, you know what that means? That means if we live through this, we can make fun of Captain Riker for like eternity, because we could just say, "But we're your recruits, Captain," and oh my God, why are there so many of them?
Get
As
your
you
own
see
detriment.
all these copies of him take to the battlefield, ready to, well, take on this Type 6 on his own.
Type
It's a
what?
Type 6? Opens up lore chat to look at Type 6.
That's for one.
Only Captain or above ranks with 5-to-1 numerical advantage and significant research have the authority to engage. I guess he
He
technically
has
just
5
created
to
his
1.
own numerical advantage.
Yeah, he just did.
Holy moly.
That's really cool.
I love our captain.
You better put fucking like 5
Yeah, you better put
Rikers
Riker.
out here.
Yeah, you better put Riker on like a scale above this guy. So,
Level up.
does that mean we're just bait?
Roll up,
That's
roll
the
up,
thing.
roll up.
He's not on a scale above this guy.
Oh, he just had a sneak attack sucker punch.
We're gonna have
Oh.
to help him.
As you are retreating, I will give you this. Koye knows something you all might not. I will give Hallbjorn a roll at it, though.
Hmm.
Roll me an insight.
Oh god.
Can I roll because I impersonated Riker and I'm gonna eventually a jack of all trades?
No,
Okay.
for something very specific. You and Poye both recognize it. Riker can't fight this fight with you there. Because he can't hold this creature off and keep you alive. He has to use everything he has just to stand on even ground with this thing.
God, that's such a good time for the music to end.
And start back up again.
Can't start back up again, yeah?
Nope, no, it didn't.
Yeah, no, it didn't. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. You're going crazy, Alec. We can't help Captain Riker at all with this either.
So
Do we go to Channing, though?
You can help him
I
by
think
getting the hell out.
Yeah, but Quinn's not the sort of person to do that, so... as evidenced by
Well,
his
it's a good
backstory.
thing Clint's not in charge then.
You could stand and fucking die. That's a character choice you can do.
I mean, that's like that. Like, it's happened like 3 times now for Clint.
No. Something to think
So
on.
we don't
for
go to
2
Channing
weeks.
though, right?
We
Maybe
didn't
just.
finish this recruit, so it's up to us if we want
Yeah.
to finish it.
I would assume, quote unquote, being here means just like not being in sight of this creature. This Elder Undead.
Oh crap! It's so. Let me show you. This is what it would have done to you.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's
This is what it can shoot off and everything.
Child's play. I don't care about that.
That's a one shot, my dude.
This is its multi-attack.
I mean, all of these are
Yeah,
one-shots to me, so they all sort of lose their magnificence when I can die to literally anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of these are insta death.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so was the boulder at camp for me, so...
I don't think there's any of us who won't die to these. I think we would all die to all.
Yeah, I mean, I did use my my season endurance in the last one.
Yeah,
so
you could tank maybe one of these if you
Yeah, maybe if I had
like,
that,
yeah.
but it's a little iffy without. Like, give me a long rest and then we'll see.
Yeah, you got it. You know, you're in there.
So to level up.
I mean, y'all finished this mission.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once we get back, people could have.
Oh yeah, just after next week.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Get it when we get it. It's only 4th level. I don't even get a second attack at 4th level.
I get barred at 4th levels. That's why I want it.
Can we get our second Gestalt thing? Can we do the Gestalt stuff? Can we start that?
How would you have trained anything here?
Yeah. Plus that, are we getting that 5th level?
Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah. But holy shit. Yeah, we're gonna get down into the mines. We're gonna find out. Oh, Rosemary, tricked you. And then we like put our thumbs in her eyes or something.
Yeah, she's dead.
Can never forget the thumbs in the eyes.
Swing her around by the ankle.
Rosemary? Think she would?
Hmm?
You think she'd do that, yo?
I mean, she has an evil name.
Rosemary?
Rosemary.
Yeah, it's a cursed spice, wouldn't you know?
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
It's crazy.
It's gonna suck when Channing's like, no, I love her, don't kill her, or we have to.
That's fine, we can just
Just
like
say sorry,
beat the
buddy,
shit out of
she's
I have manacles.
Sorry, buddy. Your fate was sealed when your name was Channing.
That's why it's a good thing that you can just close a claw into a fist and punch him in the mouth instead of claw.
Yeah, we could kill him too. Just kidding.
But what if?
Oh my gosh. Okay, friends, I have to fucking go to bed.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you want to hear something that's just the worst part of my day is that this was supposed to be my day off.
Oh my
With the
gosh.
whole day was supposed to be your day off?
Part of your
Yeah,
day.
I went in for overtime because it was so terrible.
Go to sleep.
I will.
Tomorrow will
It's
be a better
summer.
day, hopefully.
Everyone's out on their bicycles and without their helmets and being drunk.
Do you want us to
Oh!
look for
Oh!
art for armored flora and like post it?
I kind of have something going right
Here's
now,
the
so
other one.
I'll post it in chat.
Oh, is this
Do you-
the mother?
I think this was actually a much harder fight. Y'all executed that fight very well.
Yeah, that was
Thank
really
you
good
very
showing.
much. I think my performance was pretty good, given that I was incapacitated for 2 rounds.
Yeah, that was strong work.
That was really good, Halbjorn. Goddamn.
Because her hair attack was a D4.
Well, it wasn't the hair attack. Well, to be fair, I mean, I'm not sure who has the highest HP, but I'm at 25 and I have a D10. There's just been team average, so I think with that in mind, a D hair attack when she has like 2 attacks can be pretty deadly for us.
Oh, so it's this that's the problem. The
Yeah.
3d8 reroll 2 plus 6.
Yeah, that's like, an insta down. And then who knows what happens after that. You probably die, you probably get devoured.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
that's a
rebirth
fucking-
into a new character. Which, by
that's
the
an
way, I think
instant
my
kill.
I think my next character will be Paladin.
Oh, yeah?
Since
Paladin,
we
yeah.
lost Khan.
Planning already. All right, night.
Good night.
Good night, Katie.
Alright,
I almost said see ya, Flora. I almost did it.
that was Gregor
Man.
cutting all that hair.
That's gonna